Oh, and how about this? An onside kick to start the game.
Number 16, waiting to return.
And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. Have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
Strong right, strong right, strong right.
Set, green 80.
Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there.
Now Wilson on first down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after him.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Blitz. Yo trip is here, baby. Your trip is here.
And now Sebastian Janikowski on from long distance. He's hit from 61 and 63 in his career. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Black 30.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
You can't block that. White 80.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the side. Black 80.
First carry for James Conner. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Blue 30.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, 52 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Tight right. Solo out there. Check the outs out there.
Now a toss play. It's Carson. He spins free. Room to run past midfield. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. 63 yards. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Janikowski good with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Out to kick is Janikowski. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Frank Clark in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
8.
On third down, Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
All day, every day.
So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction. Excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Janikowski adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah.
Check Mike 54.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Roethlisberger hooking up with Brown to get the Steelers a first. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back, and he'll get it down here to the 43. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
180. Go. SOS.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Right there. 54. Right there.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here we go.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Hey, we got 3 down. Squirrel!
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's go.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
8. Double bump.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Focus. Squirrel! Even.
Tight dog.
Go.
Banjo.
8.
Roethlisberger will throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
4 down. Mike's 50.
Double.
50. Hey, defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
The Steelers will kick this
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Hey. Watch 38.
They'll toss it out to Carson. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Now end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 30 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
The Seahawks will be kicking off. Number 10, the deep return man.
Out to kick is Janikowski. Switzer now to return. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. As his guys are in for 6. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10.
Got a single on the slot. Single on the slot.
Cut! 280!
Let 89 go deep. Whatever you do.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson looking deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Tight end right.
Cut! Green 80!
Hey, get him.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be a second down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a second and 5.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the
No foul. Set. Blue 30.
4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be second and 11.
Snickers, you got to spin.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Here's Roethlisberger. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brad McDougald. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson, and he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They run again with Carson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Tight. Green 80.
Eyes on 27.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Underneath to Davis. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And he's got this down to the 35. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
left, watch left, watch left. He's tied right there, he's tied right there. Hey, we got 4.
On second down, Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
We got 4.
Tyler Lockett, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Janikowski good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out to kick is Janikowski.
Back team to return.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now it's Roethlisberger. Man open right side, it's Rodgers. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. Roethlisberger now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
All day, Monday, any day.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
Here we go.
Give him 30 yards there. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there. Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
He'll get it up the middle. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Extra point put through by Boswell. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right.
Tight, Bueni.
4 down.
On second down, here's Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some nifty running there. Ultimately, it doesn't get him a whole lot, but it does take him to the 45. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Tight ends on the loosey. Tight ends on the loosey. Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
Number 68 gets the
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right. Move.
Tight. Green 80.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Wilson. A dump off for Davis. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Strong right.
Tight. Green 80.
4 down.
The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. It's complete to Jerron Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
4 down. 4 down.
Tight. Blue 80.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
He'll look to throw. That'll be caught by Rodgers. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
He'll get it to the 23-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
50's the mic. 50's the mic.
You good? You coming across?
Oh, get him. Get him.
All right, let's go. Jack 16. Snickers 66.
He's back to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. Back to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Green 80.
They'll look to throw. He's to the 10. This will be caught inside the 10. Now there's the timeout signaled for with 2 seconds to go. And the field goal unit likely trying to send this one to overtime. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. With 2 seconds left in regulation, this to force overtime. And the now 40-year-old veteran able to put this one through. And that's going to tie the ball game at 34. So a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Green 80. Hey, check.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Dancing to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Bud Dupree able to get in there and drop him behind the line.
Here we go. Tight right. 14.
Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
Check 50.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
He can run for it, and he will. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. Just looking down at this with a naked eye, looks like they have about 1.5 yards. Any chance they go for it here?
There's a chance, but I have to say, punt the ball here. Get rid of this thing and try and help your defense a little bit. I know there's that temptation, and I know people have it on their play sheet. I have that one play that'll get me what I need. But if you don't get it, you've pretty much handed the game to the other team.
Let's go.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Tight left, watch tight end. Key him. Key the
Tight. Green 80.
Hey.
Green 80.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Flush to his right. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open, so it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a first down.
Shift! Watch the shift!
Cut! Blue 15!
Where's Mike? Check. Watch 54. Watch.
On first down, Wilson. Buying time to his left. And this is caught on the left side, Jerron Brown. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw on second down. Wilson escaping the pressure right. This complete to Lockett. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And, partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a first down or big yardage. Because whether we're in zone or man, it's easy to lose track of him because you don't always have someone assigned to him. And once he goes, now everybody's scrambling.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cameron Hayward in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal.
Odd. 3 down.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Mike 5-4.
19.
Here we go.
On third and goal, Wilson eluding the pressure right. Oh, so close but incomplete. Could have been a big turnover in overtime if he'd held on. Instead, though, it's fourth down. So they say forget the field goal and the lead. They're going for the win in OT here on fourth and goal.
Right. Green 80.
Shotgun.
54. Right there. 54. Right left.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Flush to his right. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. An absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime.
There we go.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, tried to make this whole
The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Double tight. Merlin. 3 down. DC. Check 26.
On 1st and 10, Goff. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. Goff on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
To throw on 2nd down is Goff. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Super 1. 17.
Goff throwing again. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So a nice drive on the road. You come in, you take the ball down, you get 3 points.
Yeah, points are a must on an opening drive, right? So they moved it down efficiently, got it done. I think that bodes well for their chances moving forward in this one.
Down to the end zone. They'll start this drive at the 20.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Good job, guys.
Silver.
8.
Check.
Good job, guys. Slam.
They start with a give to Connor. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
8. Set. Blue 30.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just went awry there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Set. Blue 30.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Set! White 80! 58's the mic.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. And he's got it. And he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving.
Man left. Odd. 5 down. Stand up in. Double. Joker. Monday. Hey, 58 is a mic.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And it's hauled in by Rodgers for a Steeler touchdown.
Blitz.
Eli Rodgers there to make the grab. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3 points?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. Escaping the pressure right. He's letting it fly for Cooks. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks, 75 yards. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points. And that one needed a little time to develop because he started lined up out wide left. He caught that on the right side of the field.
And you're exactly right about the time because that's not going to be a quick developing pattern, but also great sight lines for the guy throwing the ball to see a receiver cross his face and his sight line from one side of the field to the other. That usually attracts your attention. If you think he's open, you go ahead and deliver it as we just saw there.
Zerline out now to kick this one away.
Number 10, the deep return man.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Set! Blue 30.
Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one goes for 36 yards. And connection number one there on the game, Roethlisberger to Boney Tony. Antonio Brown, that's what his high school teammates used to call him.
I wonder what they would call him now.
More muscular, more successful Boney Tony Brown, right?
I'd say you're probably right. It may be all of that. They'll still call him Boney Tony, but Ben Roethlisberger calls him my number one target.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
4 down. Check. Check. Gotta go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. Extra point now by Boswell. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. T.J. Watt coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Hardball.
From the gun, here's Goff. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this.
4 down.
Throwing on third, Goff. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Set! Blue 30.
58, boys. 58. 58 is Mike.
Snickers. Snickers.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Samson Abukum in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Double bump.
58.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Nikel Roby-Coleman there defensively. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Bring it.
Set! 180!
Now Ben on third and long. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, 88 yards. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Boswell for the extra point. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Here we go, fellas.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Tight end's right. Watch tight end. We got 4. We got that.
Back to the air. Goff on second down. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side complete. It's Bell. 5 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Get your swerve on. Back, Snickers. You got to spin. Set. Wide.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. 3 first-half touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10.
Solo out there. Check the outs out there.
On first down, Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Number 12, the intended receiver on the play. Second down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Tight right. 4 down. Zula. 42. Mike.
2nd and 10, Goff again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Looking for Woods that time, and that'll make it 3rd down.
They're coming. Boom. Bus stop.
The Rams on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
DC.
Out of the gun, Goff. This is caught, it's Cooks. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
3 down. Hey, check.
On first down, it's Goff. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead.
Here we go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Shift. Super one.
The final shot before break here. Goff. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now Roethlisberger on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bell. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a second down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Set! Black 30! 58! Kings!
Crunch time, defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Shift!
A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the third quarter, because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Black 20!
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
26,
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He's going deep for Brown. And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Steelers. Big